Here we are again. You got George, the moon over there, the sun over there is currently setting, some trees, and a cricket. No cricket. What are we talking about today? 10 things, simple things that made my life happier. Simple things that you can apply to your life as well. But before we get into that, what's made you smile today, George? Well, what's made me smile is watching that sunset. It's beautiful. In fact, I might just watch it the whole time. No. We got a video to make. What's made you smile today? Think of one thing. Tell me. Ah, beautiful. So, 10 things that made my life just that little bit happier. Number 1, green smoothies. Green smoothies, they're fantastic. The color of nature itself. I always have a green smoothie when I wake up in the morning, right? When you have your breakfast, you are actually breaking fast. So whilst you sleep, you should be fasting. You ever heard the term like, oh, he's fast asleep? Well, that's because you should be fasting whilst you're sleeping. And when you wake up, you break your fast. Mind-blowing stuff, right? Now, whilst you're fasting and sleeping, your body is constantly repairing and eliminating toxins, chemicals, all the trash you may or may not have put into your body during the day. So when you wake up, you should eat foods that help with the elimination process, such as exotic fruits, vegetables, and green smoothies. Green smoothies taste fantastic, they are beautiful, and they will change your life. What do I put in my smoothie, you might be wondering? So I love kale, spinach, spirulina powder, chlorella powder, packed full of protein, nutrients, vitamins, all the things that your body needs, right? I also like to put in some fruit. I like to keep it where I'm at. I'm in England, so I like apples and pears, but I also like pineapple, okay? Pineapple's incredible. It has so many amazing properties, used for all sorts of medicines. So I'll pop those in. What else? Maybe some hemp seeds or some hemp protein powder. Maybe some Vivo Life vanilla protein powder for more flavor. Anything else? Bananas, maybe. Maca powder. And one more secret ingredient, sea moss. I love sea moss. I drink it every single day. All you have to do is Google the benefits of sea moss and your life will be changed forever. Do I use all those ingredients at once? Not always, but most of the time, that's what I'll use. Blend it up, drink it, your body will start to glow. What's number 2? So, the second thing that made my life happier was when I stopped being a yes-no man, right? Are you a yes-no man or a yes-no woman? Because what I learned is that people are going to like you and hate you regardless. So I would always be agreeing with people when I didn't even agree with them. I'd always be saying no to people when sometimes I wanted to say yes or no and yes, and you just get totally confused, right? It's like someone saying to you, I don't agree with that, that's awful. And you're saying, yeah, I totally agree. Or someone's like, no, that shouldn't be happening. And you're like, no, definitely shouldn't be happening. When, yeah, fantastic, it should be happening, right? So I did that for a long time. And often when you're the kind of person who just wants to keep the peace, you'll find yourself saying yes and no because you don't want the stress that will come with saying how you really feel, right? But the beauty of saying how you really feel means that you can be free within yourself. If you're just constantly agreeing with people for the sake of it, you end up losing yourself and you don't know who you really are, right? So it's important to speak your truth because you might teach that person something. I get this all the time. Yeah, That's how it should happen. And me saying, well, actually, I do it like this. You know, people saying, I wake up and I drink a coffee, and I say, wait, I drink a green smoothie. Come to the green side, let's go. Right? So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is a hard one. When I stopped eating lots and lots of processed food. Now, I'm no saint. I'm not perfect. I still eat processed food here and there. The thing with this is, when you're eating a lot of processed food, you basically are what you eat, right? Your skin is always regenerating, your liver regenerates, your bones regenerate, okay? And if you're constantly eating processed foods, your body can't regenerate effectively. So you need to have proper nutrition in your body, otherwise you're gonna suffer. You ever eat some processed food and feel terrible afterwards? Yeah, that's your body saying, stop putting that into myself, right? Processed food makes you feel awful. You should feel energized after eating, not sluggish. You can get away with it here and there, but if you're doing this every day, every evening, going to bed with stomach pains, always bloated, feeling terrible, chances are you're eating too much processed food. What food should we be eating? Living food in its raw form, right? Cooked food is great as well, but go for the more raw living foods. Just drink a green smoothie for breakfast, lunch and dinner and you'll be fine. Okay, what's number 4? So when I started to focus on the positive things in my life rather than the negatives. And this is easier said than done, but it reminds me of a story of a Native American chief, and his grandson runs up to him one day and says, "Grandfather, I've just seen 2 wolves fighting." And the grandfather says, "There's a story about that." He says that there are 2 wolves constantly fighting within ourselves all the time. One is anger, hatred, jealousy, all of those negative traits that human beings have quite naturally. And the other wolf inside us is that of love, peace, forgiving, understanding, loyal, kind. But they're constantly fighting inside of us all the time. And the grandchild says to the grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" And he simply replies, "The one you feed," right? The one that you feed. Which one are you feeding? Do you find your emotions get amped up whenever something negative's happening? Like you see a post that's negative on Facebook or Instagram and boom, you're in it. You're in the comments. You're fueling that negativity. Or do you scroll past and realize, hey, look, that's not for me. Maybe you see a nice post and then you want to post something nice in response. What one are you feeding? Do you constantly listen to the news and the radio and the baggage of negativity that comes with being in this crazy matrix? Or do you meditate, relax, go for a walk with a friend and talk about the good things? Now obviously we've got to focus on some negative things to get through life. There's a lot of obstacles, but realizing that the negatives are actually a stepping stone to get us to where we really want to be and get us into a more positive place, that's a great thing. So that's number 4. When I stopped focusing on those negative things all the time, every single day, started looking more to the positives. Actually, what's going right in my life rather than what's going wrong. So number 5, cold showers. But why, George? Why would you do a cold shower? You're crazy. Yeah, basically, I'm crazy. Number 6, no, let's be real. So cold showers are fantastic. They're great for your alertness, right? So most people, they skip the green smoothie and they go straight for that coffee. But actually, if you have a cold shower, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna feel more alert. You're gonna feel more in tune with yourself. It's fantastic for your immune system, and this has been proven scientifically that it's fantastic for your immune system, okay? It increases the amount of white blood cells in your body. It increases the amount of white blood cells within your body. And everyone's afraid of a cold shower. You don't have to do this every day. You can do it now and again, but just try it for 10 seconds, 30 seconds. When that initial shock wears off, there's this amazing feeling of calm and contentness, and you feel good, and you want to stay in there forever. I'm currently doing 10 minutes at a time, and it feels lovely. I really enjoy it. It's also good for your metabolism, and it increases circulation within your body. There's a lot of science on it. You can just type in cold shower benefits, right? And they'll tell you way more than I ever could. Number 6 is when I stopped caring what people thought about me. Now this is a tough one because everyone does it, and I still do it here and there, right? Especially people who I really care about, like my girlfriend or my family or my close friends, and I care about what they think about me, right? I want them to have a good opinion of me. But I'm talking about general people, okay? I'm trying to wear who I am on my sleeve at the moment and just be completely authentic. Because when you care about what people think, you'll turn into a yes-no man. And you'll start agreeing with people for the sake of it. And you'll start saying no to things for the sake of it. When really you should be honest with yourself enough to be who you are and to come out here more in nature, because the trees don't judge, right? The trees don't judge, and it's amazing. After that, number 7, another thing that makes me happy is being happy or being comfortable in my own company. Can you see me with anyone right now? No, I'm alone. I'm on my own, okay? I wouldn't like to be alone all the time, but how many of us, and this could be you right now, how many of us rely on other people to make us feel things, right? This used to be me. I used to seek other people's approval so much that it would make me feel things. But when you become happy in your own body and your own company, life becomes a real adventure, because you stop relying on other people to make you feel certain emotions. So that's one to practice, being content with your own company. And it starts by doing things that you enjoy. Going to the gym, going for a walk out in nature, watching a DVD, going on holiday, whatever it is that you enjoy, try and do something by yourself. A lot of people don't like being by themselves because it brings out their demons. They're stuck in their head. They can't think straight. They haven't forgiven themselves for past mistakes. They haven't accepted who they are. They don't really like who they are. They want other people to say, "Ah, you're funny. Ah, you're good looking. Ah, you're amazing." Whatever it is, we want other people to tell us, and then it's true. But when we're by ourselves, we can really start to appreciate and understand who we are as an individual, and then everything else that I was just saying improves. So what's the 8th thing that has made my life happier? Shopping more at farmers markets. Okay, farmers markets. Organic, cheap, bargains. Let's say that again. Organic, cheap, bargains. Most of the food, if not all the food at farmers markets, is organic. We're going for the plants. Organic plants. Healthy. Put them in your green smoothie. Take them in the cold shower with you to wash them. Cheap. A lot cheaper when you buy them in bulk, and they're healthier. Organic food is usually quite expensive, but if you go to the farmer's market, usually you get it cheaper. And if you go a little bit later, they really want to get rid of their goods, so they might even drop the price. There's another little life hack for you. Bargains, like I was saying, they're going to drop the prices. How often do you hear them calling out, 2 massive bags of apples for £1 or $1, right? Take advantage of farmers' markets. Support your local farmers who are growing green, delicious plants. Educate them about the amazing effects that green plants have on the body. Number 9 is a simple one. Spending more time outdoors than indoors. Human beings, believe it or not, aren't designed to be stuck in 4 walls all day, staring at a computer screen. We are designed to be out here amongst the elements, breathing, sitting, relaxing, running, walking, hiking, and enjoying ourselves. The more time I spend outdoors, the more I want to escape being indoors. Indoors has its place. I love a cozy country pub with a crackling fire and a pint of cider. I love it. Beautiful, friends around me. But these are small, simple things that have made me happier in the long run. Spending time out here by myself, juiced up with a green smoothie, just came out the cold shower, out by myself, outdoors. I get to watch a sunset. I get to see the moon. I get to feel the grass beneath my feet. I get to feel the wind on my face. The more times you spend outdoors than indoors, the better. It actually releases endorphins in your brain when you are outside. Breathing in fresh oxygen makes you happy. How many times do you go for a walk or something and you get back and everyone's like, "You're in a good mood"? It's because I've just been out in nature, baby. I love it. Beautiful. Number 10, last one. Realizing and accepting that there are many chapters to my story. What do you mean by that, George? Talk my language. We got the moon up there, right? Sometimes it's a full moon, sometimes it's a half moon, and sometimes it's my favorite kind of moon, which is what I call the fingernail moon. Like you clip your nail and it looks like that. The fingernail moon, my favorite moon. The moon goes through many different phases. The moon goes through many different changes, but it's still the moon, but it just looks different, right? How many times have you seen that in the sky? Realizing and accepting that there are many chapters to my story helps me embrace and accept change. Someone new comes into your life. A relative passes on to the next world. You're doing this way of living, then you're doing that. One minute you're going from drinking coffee all the time to drinking green smoothies. A lot of us don't enjoy change because we think we have our life planned out. We think this is the way it's going to go, and when it doesn't go like that, we feel terrible. Realizing and accepting that there are many chapters to my story made me happier, because there's always a better chapter out there. We can have bad chapters and good chapters, and you never know what the next chapter's going to be, right? I'm currently on a new chapter myself. An old one's just ended, and it's exciting. The old one was fantastic. The new one's going to be fantastic. There are many chapters to my life, and accepting that has made me embrace change. And you're going to change as a person. You're not going to be the same person you were in 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 20 years, 50 years down the line, when you're 107. You are not going to be the same person that you are now. People are going to come up to you and say, "Hey, last time I saw you, you were a caterpillar, and now you're a butterfly. What happened?" And you can say, "Thank you. I just got better." Right? That's what life's about, getting better. What have you got to smile about today? The sunset. I hope that helped. I hope you can apply some of these to your own life. Start small, start simple. It takes time, but it's made my life happier, and I believe it can make your life happier too. Much love, sending you the sunset, sending you the moon in all its wonderful phases, sending you the trees, sending you 10 happy ways to change your life and make it happier. And keep smiling.